I was CEO of Ohio Petroleum and Synthetics.
I read that.
I did. I turned the stock around, brought it to an all-time high, pre-Sarbanes-Oxley. And, there was a drought in the Ohio River Valley. I thought that I could contribute to the water levels by letting some runoff go from the plant. It was mischaracterized in the liberal press due to some overly litigious attorneys representing the hysterical mothers of some very slightly deformed children. And through the counsel of my wife, my pastor, and the FBI, I decided to go ahead and plead guilty, even though I wasn't. And that's where things wound up.
Okay. Well, now you mentioned the liberal media.
Sure.
What about Fox News? Now, their whole claim to be fair and balanced, and yet they've got Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly,
Great guys, straight shooters.
Britt Hume.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Britt, he's a little too animated for me.
All right.
But he is a neat fella.
But do you agree that that's fair and balanced? I mean, they all seem somewhat rabidly conservative.
Here's a case in point. They aired a story about Barack Obama. They said he attended a madrasa as a child. A madrasa being a school for fundamentalist radical Muslims. It turned out not to be true. But we can't afford to take the chance that it was true. And that's what's so valuable about Fox News. Anybody can tell you what happened. They can tell you what might happen.
Fair and balanced and prophetic.
Absolutely. That's journalism. That's a time saver.
That's what that is, yeah.
You know what that does? That gives me more time to be out here.
Yeah. Fox News, fair, balanced, bringing you tomorrow's news today. Maybe that's a new slogan for those guys.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, getting back to George W.
Sure.
The Attorney General thing seems to be a bit of a quagmire, a little mess going on there.
Yeah. A lot of folks think Alberto should step down, but I think that sends a terrible message to the other guest workers.
So you're not ready to welcome Alberto into your backyard just yet?
He misspoke. People have to understand he works in law. It's not a profession where people are used to parsing language.
Okay.
Yeah.
The legal community, not an exact science.
Absolutely. It was off the cuff.
Okay, very nice.
He happened to have been sworn in, but it was off the cuff. Yeah.